guys, so today I'm going to show you my version of the Anti-Valentines Day look, and we're going to see if looks really do matter when it comes to the matter of the heart. So let's get started. And I used this Crayola Model Magic clay, which is like a foamy, squishy sort of molding clay. And I just poured like the melted gelatin into the clay, and the melted gelatin I melted in the microwave for a few seconds. And yeah, I made the molds out of just makeup brushes and pencils and stuff to make the different size holes. Some of the foils I made a few days before, and I let them dry for a few days, and then I realized I needed more, so I made some newer, smaller ones because I wanted some smaller ones too. And with those, I made them and then I popped them in the refrigerator for like 30 minutes or so, and they were set. But they were really, really sticky. But anyway, I then went in and took off the makeup on the right side of my face with a makeup wipe. And then I glued down my eyebrow like I usually do with Elmer's school glue stick. And I put a couple of layers of glue stick of the glue on, and then I also powdered the 2 layers as well in between each, and then I put makeup on top of that just to kind of create a layer of protection over my eyebrow, because I was going to put latex and stuff over my eyebrow, and I didn't want my eyebrow hairs to be ripped off, which as you can see they didn't go anywhere, so it worked. But if you're nervous about doing that, just like go either above or below your eyebrow. It should be fine. I just wanted to go right where my eyebrow was. And anyway, I used some of the Ben Nye Scar Wax and some liquid latex to apply the Ben Nye Scar Wax around my eye. And I wanted to create something like a hollowed out eye, or I don't know, it just popped in my head while I was doing my makeup, so I was like, hey, why not hollow out my eye for like an extra creepy effect? So that's what I did. And I applied that with my fingers because that was easier for me. And I applied it in smaller sections because that worked best for me. And I smoothed the Scar Wax down with my fingers as well because it worked better. I smoothed it down with Vaseline on my fingertips, and it worked a lot better than using a tool of some sort because the Scar Wax was sticking to the tools. And if I put Vaseline on it, then it didn't really work as well either. And plus I didn't want to put something sharp around my eye. And if you're putting liquid latex and stuff around your eye, be super careful not to get it in your eye. And I just smoothed it all around my face and tried to blend it into my skin really well. And then I put latex on top of the Scar Wax after I smoothed it down, and put some tissue on that along with more latex on top of the tissue to create something like a fleshy sort of effect. And I smoothed that down into my skin as best I could with my fingertips as well, because that worked better for me. And then as it started to dry a little bit, I started to like peel it away because I wanted to create like I said, the hollow out effect. And I wanted to like more away from my face. So then I started to apply some of my boils, and as you can see, I'm applying the bigger ones first because those were the older ones, the drier ones. And I'm using latex to apply those. I tried using what was it? Yeah, I tried using Spirit Gum before. I tested this out the day before, but I didn't have enough time to finish the video, so I had to like quit in the middle of it and redo it the next day. But anyway, I tried Spirit Gum before, which it worked really well, especially holding the bigger pieces of gelatin on, the boils on. But it was kind of hard to take off. Like I had to scrub my skin to get it off. I mean, there is a Spirit Gum remover you can use, but yeah, I just found that using latex was easier for me and more enjoyable to peel off, so I used liquid latex instead. But if you're allergic to latex, of course, use spirit gum or whatever. But yeah, for some of the bigger pieces, I did have to use spirit gum because they wouldn't stay on. They were too heavy. So yeah. And as you can see, I was like doing most of it with my hands, like applying the latex on my face with my hands, liquid latex on my face. Because I have more control with my hands than anything else, with my own fingers than anything else. Yeah, some of the bigger ones were falling off with the liquid latex, so I ended up putting spirit gum on the back of the boils and then putting them on my face. But they stuck a lot better to the latex around my eye than they did to my face. And they kind of look like gumdrops, you know, the gumdrop candy. That's what it reminded me of when I was like putting these on my face. And I took my lipstick off. And then I got my smaller boils out of the refrigerator, took the clay off of those, and powdered them down with some translucent powder. I used the Ruby Kisses banana powder, but you can use whatever translucent powder you want, just to make them less sticky, because these were super sticky because they were fresher and newer, so they were extremely sticky. The other ones weren't very sticky, even though I did powder those too. They weren't very sticky because they've been sitting for days. So yeah, the newer ones were like sticking to my fingers and stuff as I was trying to put them on my face. So I ended up powdering them a couple of times because they were just super sticky. And after I got those on, I then went in and put latex in between all of the boils and stuff, because I wanted like the skin under that to look kind of old and wrinkled, and also wanted it all to look kind of connected. Jordan Hans used gelatin to kind of like connect hers, but I didn't want to do gelatin. I wanted to do latex because I wanted to like old wrinkled effect, almost like it was like burned or scarred or something under there. And then I went in and I used a mix of the two new NYX Total Control Drops foundations. I used Mahogany and Mocha, mixed those together and put those on top of the boils and the liquid latex in between the boils, so it looked like my skin. And I like these because when I'm doing something like this, because I have control over the coloring, because sometimes like if I use the foundation I use for the other side of my face, it would have been too light because the boils themselves are like lighter. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been lighter than the other side of my face. So, and with the Total Control, it's typically a little darker than my face, than my skin. So that's why I use that. And you can adjust the color for those two as well. But anyway, I then went in with my scab and scar wheel, and I started painting in the red, some red at the base of each. Then I also went in with that brownish red color at the base as well, over top of the red at the base in that same color wheel. And then I also went in with the red and created somewhat of veins coming from around there, trying to make it look as irritated as possible. And I was like tapping it in so it like blended out a little bit better. Alright, next for my eye. Sorry you can't see it that well, but with my eye, I just went in and put some black inside of that hollowed out eye section. I used my black paint, my black Miron paint, and painted that in. And then with the skin around the eye, I used a mix of the red from the color wheel and the brownish red from the color wheel to make it look like old and crusted. And then I went in the other side of my face using the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, because that's my favorite palette to use, and Valentine's Day Look, so it has like pinks and reds and whatnot that I could use. And then I did a cat eye, of course. And this is my finished look. I had some lipstick, a little fake mole, an eyelash, some blush, and a little card that says "Be Mine" for my potential Valentine. There's a close-up of it. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.